Oh, it's happening. I am so excited for you. The chants were heard. Maybe let's start with this. Is this a Daboll saving his job move, or is this the right move for the Giants?
This is, you got to do something to spark the franchise move. Chances are you're probably gone anyway.
Right.
In his first year as the Giants head coach, he won 9 games. In the last 3 years, he hasn't won more than 9 games. So the seat isn't hot. It's on fire. I made the comparison. Russell Wilson this year is Kirk Cousins last year. Where Kirk Cousins, you looked at his numbers, and on the surface, you were like, he's playing well. It's like, no, you take away the 2 Bucs games that he played, where he threw for over 800 yards. He played like shit. He cost the team a lot of games. If you watch the Netflix quarterback documentary, I forgot when I was watching it over the summer how Atlanta had a 2-game lead on the Bucs when you made the 25-1 call on them to win the division. You forgot how many games this guy cost them, because one, it was coming off the Achilles and he wasn't fully healthy. He wasn't mobile, and he was just making a lot of bad decisions. And I felt, and I said it on Monday, that it was leading towards that with Russell Wilson. Oh, he just had a career day at 36 years old. He had a career day, 450 yards. And then you see what Caleb Williams and the Bears did to that defense with the Cowboys. Are the Cowboys just going to be a team where everyone's going to have a monster performance?
Right.
And that's what I think it was going to be. So it was a little misleading. The numbers were going to be inflated. So you heard the chants. I think when you saw that drive that Russell Wilson threw the ball out of bounds 3 times in 4 plays from the 5-yard line, that is, for me, I looked at that as someone that has completely checked out already. And is it difficult for you to turn your season around down 0-3? Yes, absolutely. I think the last time that happened were the Houston Texans with Deshaun Watson. They started off 0-3, and then you looked at their schedule and you're like, they got the easiest schedule left, and I'm pretty sure they banged out like 7 or 8 games in a row. So it has happened. Now, the Giants' schedule is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. However, we were talking about it with the guys in the control room when this move happened. Throw that sumbitch out there and see if he could swim, bro. Throw him in the deep end. You're going to have to play these teams anyway, right? They play Philly. So they play the Chargers this week at home. Then they play at the Saints. Then they have Philly, Denver, Philly. Perfect scenario. I would have liked for them to wait until after Philly, to be honest with you. But at that point, are you 1-7?
Yeah.
Are you 0-8? And now you're completely toast.
Daboll's fired.
Daboll is fired. Dexter Lawrence is probably traded because he's already frustrated. Neighbors is probably DMing Jaden Daniels like, yo, come get me. We played together at LSU. Come save me. Who knows who the fuck ends up getting traded anyway. So here you're providing a spark for the organization. Honestly, bro, he outplayed him in the preseason.
Yes, he did. But I'm not going to put weight into that. When I will look back at some of those highlight clips, bro, and I see the pocket and I'm like, the defense presented to him, I mean, it's not going to be anything like he's seen. Yeah. And that's a fair assumption. He did look good. He came from an air raid style offense where I single-handedly witnessed him last year versus Arkansas throw for 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's got it in him. I came back in and I said, I think this might be the best quarterback in this draft class. And as of right now, he definitely has the opportunity to do so.
You know, everyone always says, "Oh, it was the preseason. He played against backups." Well, he played with backups too. So
True.
If you're gonna say one thing, it's, you know, Neighbors wasn't out there, Robinson wasn't out there, the offensive line, the starting offensive lineman Thomas wasn't out there, bro. You saw Thomas those first 20 snaps. The offensive line looked good. He should win Protector of the Year. Shout out to, I forgot your name in the comments, man. I apologize on Instagram, but you said Deion Dawkins for Buffalo. Hell of a pick. Hell of a pick. The anchor for that offensive line. Definitely wanted to give you your roses for that. But Andrew Thomas, when he's not in the lineup, it looks like a complete mess. So when you say he played against backups. Well, he also played with backups. He didn't have a top 5 wide receiver in Malik Neighbors out there. He didn't have Wandale Robinson. He didn't have Scatterbull, who's been electric. Talk about a spark. He was the best thing for the Giants in that game against the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. What it comes down to is this. The organization has been really shitty for about a decade. The 2 playoff bursts that happened in 16 and in 22 kind of set the franchise back. It was a Band-Aid on the organization that needed fucking 150 stitches. That shit ain't gonna get healed up. You heard the crowd. They're just fed up, bro. You're paying money for these season tickets to go see that? It's frustrating. And why not? Throw him out there. And the other thing we were talking about with Jory last night when we were in the control room, do you remember what the Cardinals did a couple of years ago with Josh Rosen? They took him top 10. And you know what they did the next year? They took Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Because they got a new coach. And they were like, yo, bro, you know what? Josh Rosen, you ain't it. We thought we invested a first-round pick, but the good teams, and even though Arizona's not a model franchise, I always respected them for that because a lot of times what happens in the NFL, NBA, almost every league is, dude, you were a first-round pick. I could save them. Mm-hmm. He was a first-round talent. I could save it. It's like, nah, bro, sometimes you come into the league and it just don't work out for you. Situationally, the organization, injuries, teammates, all that shit factors in. However, I commend the Cardinals for that because Kingsbury said, yo, I coached this dude. I want him. Yeah, but we took a first-round pick. No, I want Kyler Murray. And say what you want about the guy when he's healthy. He's pretty productive. He's actually one of the best quarterbacks against the number as an underdog. He's an underdog on Thursday Night Football against the Seahawks. But that's what teams struggle to do. And then when you're a free agent, if you're a 4th, 5th, 6th round pick, it's a lot more difficult for you to get a contract as opposed to, yo, he's a first round talent. I saw Eric Flowers continue to get contract after contract because he was a first round pick. Where the fuck is he now?
Yeah. So
the Giants as an organization, it's just been really frustrating. And I think it's going to ignite a spark. And I told you this over the summer when I was like, yo, bro, the ceiling for the Giants heading into week 1, if you start Russell Wilson, you're a 7-win team at best. You know what he is at this point. With Jaxson Dart, the unknown, we've seen this happen with C.J. Stroud. We saw it happen with Justin Herbert. We saw Pat Mahomes his first year as a starter. We saw Jaden Daniels. It happened last year.
Yep.
Bo Nix. It is the element of the unknown. And then what happens? We also talked about this too, bro. You're someone you're engaged. You have a fiance. When you started dating her, you treated her different. You were more excited because you're like, yo, she's the one. There's something about her that's special. So you were more excited for the dates. You were putting on your best outfits. Where now with Russell Wilson, they were just like, so the offensive line don't play as good. The running backs don't run as hard.
There was receivers. Numerous times this past Sunday where I saw receivers jogging, and seeing Malik Neighbors after the game with OBJ and the facial expressions that I was reading and the body language was just like, we're in trouble and I don't care to play here anymore. Now, I mean, it's rolling the dice similar to what you did earlier with this move right now, because now it makes the Jameis Winston acquisition look even stupider. And like, it's just like we wasted time and reps. Like, that shit matters in the NFL. He single-handedly was taking away reps from Jaxson Dart at some point in time. So I really like the Giants this week. I saw that you put in a huge Jaxson Dart to go crazy, which would honestly just be like average day for any star quarterback is the parlay that you put in. Yeah. It was like his over for passing yards was like 194. I was like, I mean, they're definitely going to be losing. Like, how is he not going to hit this?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
What was it? Yeah.
It was 33-1. Giants money line. Jaxson Dart to score a touchdown, to throw for 2 touchdowns, which was like plus 250, and then for him to have 194.5 passing yards. And I just called it the generational debut parlay. Why not? You know, listen, my default is always I spend money on worse, and why not? Right? Jory's shaking his head in there. He's like, yeah, bro, you don't want to be, like I said before about the anytime touchdown, you don't want to miss out on something you're going to tell you.
On the unknown, because it's a free roll. Like, this is a 33-1 free roll. Nobody can tell you you're stupid for putting this in.
You don't know.
Because you don't know. The talent's there. And a lot of games so far this year, especially with teams that are favorites, like the public tailing big favorites in a situation like this, it hasn't worked out well for everybody so far this year. Got a stat to back that up later on in the show. But I'm excited to see this. I told you I'm not a believer in the Chargers. And I think that this game is going to be more of like a duke it out. I don't necessarily see like the scoreboard getting lit up.
Yeah.
But a 20-13 win late is what I envision.
What would be a win for me on Sunday is he looks competent. He looks comfortable. The team is inspired. Think about the defenders, bro. They played well against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They made some stops. Even with the PI calls and some of the defensive holding calls, they played fairly well. Thibodeau balled out. Abdul Carter was like, okay, now I understand. Spying and rushing. Brian Burns is top 3 in the league in sacks. They look good. And I wonder what the impact for them is going to be, knowing that, oh, yo, it's not going to be a 3 and out every time. You know, you just made a stop on 3rd and 7. They punted. And then 4 minutes later, like real life minutes, not game minutes. Oh, fuck, we're out. Where's my helmet? I got to go back out there again. So
right.
that all matters. The team is inspired. And the last thing I'll say on this, and without trying to sound like one of these red pill losers on the internet, this is a prime example, ladies, if you're watching this or hearing this, as a lifelong sports fan, when you hit your 30s, we want the new young thing, bro. It's just how it is, right? Like, Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl champion. He's made the Pro Bowl. He's been a staple of an organization, the face of an organization, gave the Seahawks a lot of great years, but he's past his prime. We want that hot 22-year-old to step in there, bro, and let's get a free roll. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't blame us fellas for wanting that new young thing.
It's
bro.
all we've ever known.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're literally watching it.
As a sports fan, this is how we've been. When an athlete turns 30, we're like, he don't got that same explosiveness as he once did, bro.
Yeah, you look at the watch and you're just like, oh, it's not giving me the same minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's a couple of like mature players that
Listen, there's a couple of LeBrons.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Not a couple. There's one LeBron. There's a Brady, a Durant, right?
Aaron Rodgers
still doing that. But then there's also the Kirk Cousins and the Russell Wilsons.
Yep.
So chances are you're more that than the latter. So that's all I'm saying. Don't be mad. It's part of life, right? It happens. So I'm excited for the hot 22-year-old this weekend, baby.
That's so funny.
Jaxson Dart, let's go. Bring us to the promised land. Hey, give me like 200 yards passing, no turnovers. Maybe you tie it with a minute left, and then Herbert goes down and kicks a field goal and like breaks our heart again, which is on brand for the New York Giants.
But they cover.
But they cover the 6.5. Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. So that's all I'm saying, man. I'm excited for this. It's throw them out there, bro. Throw them out there. Let's see. And look, maybe he's abysmal. Take a quarterback next year. Do the Arizona Cardinal thing. I don't think so. People in football are very high on him. We have sources with the Giants that are saying that the locker room is very excited. So throw him out there. Let's see. You know the crowd is going to be really fucking excited. And let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
He does have one of the coolest looking chains I think I've ever seen a quarterback wear. That like diamond encrusted. It looks like a football's, like instead of like Cuban links. It's very unique. I wonder how many drives he wears that until it gets absolutely torn off his butt. I heard Baker Mayfield on Mic'd Up from this past week. He had his chain ripped again. And he's like, man, it's back-to-back weeks. I got to stop wearing this fucking chain. I don't understand how you can play football with a chain on, to be honest.
Bro, I remember playing sports as a young kid. They would always say, like, yo, no jewelry on the field.
Yeah.
And now you've seen what Justin Jefferson wears?
Oh, my God.
Bro. You think it's like a distraction? Like the DB is like, God damn, whoa, and then he's running by him.
Yeah, no. I mean, I
That
would
shit
just
is crazy.
It is. But it's like at the same time, I wonder how many of them are like the really good fakes because they know like, bro, I'm not going to wear something that's $250,000 around my neck during a football game. Like, let me just wear the $250 one that I got on Amazon. I wonder, that would be a good question for some of these people. Like, are you wearing your real jewelry out there? Interesting.
Yeah, that would be. Let us know what you guys think about Jaxson Dart starting, and let's hope.